First up, it's budget week, obviously, so please welcome Minister for Finance, Michael Noonan.
People of Germany, just as you forecast, your budget had the angry crowds pressed against the crash barriers. Though most of them were queuing for the Lidl off licence at the time. Oh, mein Volk, this was a hard budget to watch. This was as hard to watch as Gene Byrne forecasting a stiff frost dressed up like the hazelnut swirl in a box of Quality Street. But I know how to make the tough decisions. I come from a long line of Limerick men, or the Dole queue as it's now known. Sure, there's no pleasing some lads. A respite care worker approached me in the street the other day holding a paper cup and asking, "Any change at all, Michael?" "No," says I. "I'm still a hard-nosed bastard, eh?"
People of Ireland, who is your sexy daddy Christmas? Times they are a-changing. Wine is now top of the political agenda and the Pope is on Twitter to connect with the younger generation. Mind you, the Church has never had a problem reaching out to the younger generation. And the Vatican will be on Facebook next, of course, so they can poke some youngsters. Before this budget, a lot of people said I was a bit too much of a lady to be the Taoiseach of this country. I can assure you, I do in fact have a penis. Although I don't actually carry it around with me. This budget will be fair for all of Ireland, north and south. We've added €1 to a bottle of wine, and Newry has added 10,000 car parking spaces to off licences in the region. Pints are going up and knickers are coming down. Stay classy, Castlebar.
People of Africa, this is your Auntie Joan. When are you ever going to buy a round? There are people in Ballyhonest tonight sitting on negative equity, and ye have the cheek to complain about walking 10 miles for clean water. Think of the Irish people. Every time I click my fingers, a newly married couple in Carlow have their credit card application rejected. In Dundalk, it's cheaper to drink petrol than Pinot Grigio. Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
People love the golden circle going forward. This was a particularly harsh budget. Fianna Fáil would never have brought in these savage cuts, axing the golden handshakes for ministers and cruel measures such as slashing the vouched expenses for TDs. Fianna Fáil would have brought in a fairer budget for the students. We would have made Buckfast exempt from the wine tax. And I intend to show empathy with the homeless people of Cork by allowing them to tuck me in for the night in a sleeping bag, which will allow the less fortunate the opportunity for the first time to zip up year Mickey Martin going forward.
My dear little people, the last time I think I can remember a budget this bad, I had long flowing ginger locks. It was the 1970s and I was known as Red Dwarf. But there are many reasons to be cheerful about 2013, as the world awaits the pitter-patter of tiny feet in Buckingham Palace when I call over to play with the corgis. So cheer up, folks. 'Tis the season to be jolly after all. Oh, and finally, a gentle reminder that the apocalypse will take place on December 21st. Enjoy the show, and may you all have a night you'll never remember.